Good morning, everyone. I didn't think we were going to be able to do this again today. It was giving me you are not able to go live on YouTube. YouTube used to be the easier version for me. How is everyone? I'm going to let you find me. I'll give you a couple of beats. Good morning, Julie. How are you? I had to get coffee. It's been a morning already. I'm getting ready to leave for basically I'm going to be gone until Sunday, so I'm trying to get everything packed to go down to the retreat house in Gettysburg, and I'm taking a lot of stuff. We have a retreat this weekend and open craft day tomorrow, so busy, busy, busy. All right, we'll just give it another minute or two, and then we'll get started. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Lots happened today in the Stampin' Up! World, right? We have our paper special release happening. This is the 3 designer series papers that they brought back, but they recolored them. 23 in Kentucky. That is cold. That is very cold. It was 30 here this morning, and she told me, I listened to Alexa. She's going to talk to me now. And I said, what's the weather today? And she said, it's 30 degrees now, and it's going to be a high of 30. So I'm like, oh, we've hit our high already. And this was like at, I don't know, 8:30 this morning. Hello, Debbie. Do I ever take a break? Nope. I try not to. I shouldn't tell you this, but I just looked at my Fitbit. I know I was up till 4:15. It says I got an hour and 48 minutes sleep. So, and I've already been out of the house and run an errand for a friend, and yeah. So no, I don't take a break. I take a break. Yes, I do. I will take a break for 2 weeks over Christmas. I won't be doing lives, and I will be traveling, but there will be about 4 days where I'll be in my house, and I have intentions to do a little decluttering during that time. Gonna be 80 here today. Yeah, rub it in there, Debbie. Good morning, Betty. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so let's get started. We'll talk the housekeeping, and then we'll hop into our projects. So the special release of the designer series paper was today. This is the 3 packs of paper that they brought back and recolored, if you will. So we have Refresh Beauty, Serene Love, which are both 12 by 12. And then the shades and hues is 6 by 6. So check those out. They are in the online store today, along with Cherry Blossom treat boxes. How cute are they? That fancy little top that will close on itself. I don't know that you're going to need much adhesive of any on these project boxes the way they look. I think there are 14 boxes, 12 boxes, something like that, and it's $20 for the kit. That is brand new in the online store this morning as well. And look, they hold those cute little chocolate chip cookies. They would be good with my coffee now, wouldn't they? And then the other kit that was released this morning is a Perpetual Beauty calendar kit. This one is $25. It comes with pre-cut pieces so that you can design your projects, sticker sheets. And the size, if you want to know the size, it's 7 by 10.5. So there you go. That's the other kit that was released. We have the Galentine's weekend in February of 2025. I cannot believe we are that close that I'm advertising the Galentine's retreat weekend at the Cozy Craft Nest in Gettysburg, but we do, and we are. 165 for Friday at 3 through Sunday night at 6. We buddy together to do the meals. There'll be a welcome gift. There'll be a game throughout the weekend. So all crafters are welcome. If you happen to be in the area or you want to come to Gettysburg, check this out. You might want to sign up for that. It is half full, I think. So just a few spots left. It's a small house, so it's basically an 8-bed house. So it's nice if you have a group of friends that just want to come and hang out for the weekend, maybe do a little touring and crafting. The other thing that launched today, and I want to talk about this, I put this in my newsletter on Friday, but there's a new approach to how we retire products. It's called the Last Chance List. That launched this morning. If you go to my online store and you click on specials, the Last Chance List is in the drop down. You click on that and it will take you to all of the products that are now housed in the last chance area. The clearance rack is gone. There are products, at least there were this morning at 2 a.m. Yes, I stayed up for that. There are products that are deeply discounted. There are some products that are slightly discounted. And then there are products in there that are not discounted at all. And all kinds of things come into play why we discount some and not others. A lot of times it's the amount of inventory we have on hand, right? But definitely check that out because I got some good deals this morning. And I want you to be able to take advantage of that as well. So no more clearance rack. Everything that is last chance will be in there. So the products that are leaving the mini catalog are going to be in the last chance area on the website as well. So you can check that out, mark your catalog if you'd like, do all those fun things. And I think that's all the housekeeping I have, with the exception of these cute cards. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Hey, Deborah, I'm glad to see you. Before I talk about these cards, you won these. I just need to know if you want the red or the green penguin, and I'll try to get those out before I leave today. Just let me know, red or green penguin, and we'll get those on the way to you, Miss Deborah. It's 33 in New York. Okay, you're a couple degrees warmer, and they're sharing. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so these were the cute reindeer cards that we made together the last time. I love that reindeer fun bundle. It is adorable. It is on the last chance list, which made me sad. At least the paper is. I think the bundle was. And the winner of these is Judy Dawson. So Judy, I think you might have been a new watcher last week, and I really appreciate that. But hopefully you're going to see this and you will be able to reach out to me and send me your address so I can pop these in the mail to you. Congratulations, and thanks so much for watching. I appreciate that. It really does make a difference, ladies and gentlemen. The more watchers, right, the more my content is shared. That tells YouTube that people like what they're seeing. So please be sure when you are watching to give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. I'd appreciate that. All right, today we're playing with another great, cute Christmas set. You got it, Deborah. Christmas Friends. Now, I am not a cutesy animal person by far, and I have a team member and a dear friend who is a cutesy animal person, so this was right up her alley. But it was pretty cute, and it was Christmas, and I couldn't wait to play with it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to share 3 cards with you today. My dies are a mess because I never got them onto magnetic sheet. I feel like this season went and it's over. And I know they say time goes fast when the older you get, but holy cow. But you can see you have the images to cut out, all the stamped images, right? And then you've got different bows and packages. And I think that bow ended up in the wrong kit. No, that's not. That's okay. You got the little tree there. You've got some greenery. You've got the little notes. How cute are they? And the stars. So this is a fun set, and even a quotation. That's even more fun. I didn't even see that quotation until just now. Oh, good for you. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. So we got 3 cards to share with you this morning. And this is our first one with the little mouse. How cute is he? And we're going to do a little forest with the trees, teach you how to color onto your stamp if you don't know that technique. Pretty cute. All right, so these mostly, excuse me, I haven't really talked to anybody yet this morning, so my voice is funny. Okay, mostly you're going to see a lot of red and green today. I am being a traditionalist this year, more than I think I ever have. Of course, this is from the Reindeer Days Designer Series paper pack. I love that holly. And I already know we're going to end up filling a seal this morning because both of them were showing that little red. I can see that red coming. This is just simple matting that we're going to do in a standard card base. So I should save this for a 4th Friday tip and trick. And maybe I've already done this one. I have to go back and look. But when you're making cards, especially at Christmas, when you are more likely to make 2 or more of the same card, make sure you score your 8.5 by 11 sheet. If you're cutting it into 5.5 by 8.5, make sure you score the sheet, the entire sheet of cardstock, at 4 1/4 first, and then turn it and cut it at 5 1/2, and then you don't have to score twice. Saves you just a second or two, but when you're making a lot of cards, those seconds add up, right? If you're doing a 4 1/4 by 11 piece or card, then you just scored at 5 1/2, right? And then cut that on the 4 1/4. This little piece of white has been embossed with the fern embossing folder. I don't know if that's showing up or not. And I'm going to go ahead and just mount that to our card front. It is slightly to the left to give me room to get that Mary in there. All right. And then what I didn't do is grab any scrap. I love my new setup because I can just reach to my right and there it is. There it is. All right. So we are going to color our tree because we need 3 of them. So I went ahead and I did 2 in advance. And we're going to color the tree with Stampin' Up markers. You cannot do this with the alcohol blends, and most of you probably know this trick because the alcohol blends dry almost immediately, right? The Stampin' Up markers do too, but they're water-based, so you have a little bit more time to play with them. We always use the brush tip, although I haven't tried it with the bullet tip. Now that we have a different bullet tip, it might work. Maybe we'll try it. I'm going to start with the green. This I am going to use the brush tip for because there's a lot more of it and this will cover it faster. And I'm just doing both sides of the tree trunk with the green. I have the brush tip laid down on its side so that I'm not hitting that point per se. And I'm putting that ink on there. I don't know. Do you want to be adventuresome with me? Let's try the bullet tip. With the new bullet tip, this might work. And it's certainly easier to go down through the areas that we've already colored. All right, here we go. Let's be brave. And then if you get distracted, if it takes you longer than you think it should to color it, I just breathe on it. We call that DVB, Darth Vader breathing. If you watch me, you know that story. Oh yeah, that worked beautifully. Look at that. Okay. While we have a piece of scrap here, we're going to go ahead and stamp our little mouse, our Christmas mouse. So yeah, so that's a really cool way to add multiple colors to the same stamp. We stamp him in Memento. And we're going to actually color him real quick. Little guys like this are easier to hold on to when they're in your full scrap versus after you've die cut them. So I'm going to use a little dark Flirty Flamingo to fill in his ears and just on that little triangle of his nose. It's got to be me, but lately I'm having a heck of a time putting caps on my blends. I don't know what that's about. And then we're going to make the bed rail. I think that hour and 48 minutes is going to catch up with me sooner than I need it to. How about the bell red? And then Granny Apple green. We do not have a garden green marker. Granny Apple is in that holly pattern. So I went to school off the designer paper to pick the Granny Apple green for the little bow. And then I felt like the book cover needed a color, so we're just going to do a little dark Daffodil Delight. He's singing his little heart out. And I just left the rest of him white. So we're going to grab those dies. And find the mouth, which I think is this one. And here's our tree. This one will definitely go into the nest. I think I saw it on the last chance list. I have to go back. It was early this morning and look and see if I did in fact see that on the last chance list. I'm going to bring in my mini machine. No, I'm not. I already packed it to go to Gettysburg. Not my big machine. All right, we'll grab my big machine. My well-loved plates here. I'm going to grab some of my Post-it note tape. These are pretty easy to line up. It looks pretty good to me. And then our little mouse. I still haven't quite figured out the zoom in the new location over here. I mean, it is like right at my nose level, but sometimes it's too close, and sometimes it feels like it's not close enough. I just realized I pulled everything off of there. Well-loved plates, but still pretty flat because I do that rotation, right? All right, let's get this out of the way. I said everything askew. There's our cute little mouse. And I'll just lay that over here in case we need some additional. We're going to go ahead and put this together now. Hopefully I'm straight. And I'm going to pop the two in the back on with just seal. By the way, if you took advantage of my Black Friday, Cyber Monday special on adhesive, thank you so much. All those orders were placed last night. I'm not in the full screen. Well, now that's funny because it looks like I am on my side. Is that better? Okay, good. And then we're just going to pop him right there. Okay, where did my little pieces of, oh, there it is. I was like, where did my little pieces of, we're going to use Garden Green for our Mary. And Mary comes from the Peaceful Season stamp set. I got two chances, right? Oh, that's a little low. Let's try again. Oh, I already did it twice. Okay, never mind. We'll see which one's best. I like that one, I think. Yes. There we go. And then this one, I'm going to put adhesive on the left side on the back, but we're going to add a dimensional because we have this extra layer here. I just had the dimensionals. So we've got adhesive on the left side, and we're going to put the dimensional on the right side, and that will allow our greeting to look up here flat across versus going on a downward slope, which is never good. There we go. That doesn't even need any embellishments. It's so cute, right? So we'll come in here with our greeting. And I'm going to stamp that slightly to the right. You'll see why in a second. Because we're going to add a strip of that holly paper on the left side. This is how we use up scraps, right? Use your designer paper and decorate the inside of your card to pull it into the front of the card. There we go. That is our first project with Christmas Friends. I think that's a kind of a cute one. Let me rearrange a few things. That's the only thing is I don't have all that space to the left of me that I normally have when, or to the right of me that I used to have when I was at the other location. The other stamps that I used, I love this one and I love the dies that go with it. This is the Hope Your Season is Filled with Magic out of Christmas Labels. So Christmas Friends and Christmas Labels used heavily on that project. All right. Moving on. This card is a fun fold. This is one of the early fun folds that I did on YouTube. And back in the time, it got quite a few hits. We did this card in club this month. And I just think it's so cute. Look how cute that is. I know I say everything's cute, right? But that one really is. I'm using some basic rhinestones, long time, but I pulled them back out and I'm having fun playing with them. So we're going to do the polar bear next, obviously. And this guy has lots of pieces and parts. So we're going to drop them out. Now, here is the trick for this project. We're going to go ahead and mount this designer series paper. This is Sentimental, and the Stamps Wishes. I can't remember the last, what the whole title of the designer paper is, but the stamp set is called Sentimental Wishes. And the trick is to only put your adhesive around the outside edge of the paper. Nothing in the center. And also make sure you're putting it on the front flap. Although I guess it wouldn't matter. This paper isn't orientation. And then we're going to mount this on here. Ideally straight and centered. It's harder. The further away I work from myself, the harder it is for me to do that. That's why I really have to figure this out. All right, I think we're good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that die, that circle die that's in Christmas Friends, and I'm going to cut the circle out of the front of the card. So this nice circle. That's one thing too, guys. Look at your die sets that go with the stamp pieces, because sometimes there's really cool geometric shapes in there as well. So I'm not going to bring the machine back in because I think that kind of shook and rocked the table a little bit. But I am going to go die cut this right out of the center, keeping it a little bit towards the top more than the center or towards the bottom. So I have room to put that greeting in there. But I want to try to center it from side to side. Okay, so then I'm going to put that aside, and this pops out. And there's our card front. And if I kept my adhesive where I needed it to be kept, which apparently, did I actually talking to you put tape in the center? No, just around the edge here. Went too far in. So we're going to get that off of there. There we go. So there is our circle that we use for our focal image. It also will perfectly fit in here. So you don't have to worry about, oh, is it going to fit? Is it going to be jagged or off center? Yeah, the polar bear is cute. It really is cute. Okay, so let's grab our embossed deckled circle. Guys, the deckled circles are on the last chance list and they're low inventory. And the deckled rectangles are on there too. I'm really hoping that means we have something amazing coming in the new annual. That was shocking this morning. Somehow, if that was announced, I missed it. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to lay my greens because they seem to be wandering around the table here. Lay those up here. This is going to be for my greeting. I'm going to bring this piece in a while. This is the inside mechanism, right? So this pops open and then this pops out. So this is our inside piece. So we're going to go ahead and do our stamping on this piece next. That's with Mossy Meadow. Grab that. No, I'm sorry, not Mossy Meadow, Old Olive. Oh, someday I'll see my colors right again. I finally did get a consultation for my cataract. My retina specialist got that taken care of for me. So I will be going for the consultation in January. I know they do cataracts every day and it's kind of not a big deal anymore. But for me, I can see right now. And if God forbid something happens and I can't see, then I'll really take a break, Debbie. Then I'll be taking a break for sure. All right, and we're going to go ahead and stamp this guy. We're going to just use the same colors since I have them out that we used the last time. This will make this tree pop a little bit more. That over there so I can come up here. Same deal. And then once I have it all colored, I'll breathe or huff on the stamp again, just to make sure all that ink is moist. And we get a good image. Nice. All right, so we have that piece done. We're going to add our candy cane paper to that flap. And this is from Snow Scenes. This candy cane paper is from Snow Scenes. And then this is just going to get mounted right inside the card. That fold is not quite straight, but I'll fix that with my bone folder when we're done. Here is our circle. So here's the other tip. You're only going to put adhesive on this section. That's why we needed to do that next, right? And then it fits in there perfectly. But if you put adhesive all over the circle, you're basically going to seal your card shut. So here we go. So our mechanism works. Let's go ahead and stamp our Merry Christmas. This, you now have an extra piece, so a circle cut of your snowflake paper that you can use on another project. Nothing wrong with that, right? I love that DSP too. I know. I know. We had really amazing DSPs this year for Christmas. And again, I feel like, and I know I did a lot of Christmas, but I feel like I just didn't get to play enough with all of it. It was all too good. So Merry Christmas is from Reindeer Fun, as was the inside greeting. Stamped in real red. So this fun fold is one that is a wow, I believe. But as you see, it was pretty simple to put together. And I will try my best to put the measurements for this card down in the description when we're done with the video. And this is going up on dimensional, if I can find them. Okay. Are you sick of Christmas cards yet? Because I got one more set to share with you next week. And then I'll do a couple of sneak peeks, I think, the last week. Good morning, Donna. I know the stamp set is cute. Like I said, I'm not a cutesy animal person, but this one got me. This one pulled me right in. And I just love it. I hope this little bear, I think I need a bigger piece of basic white. What do y'all think? I don't know what I was thinking there. Here we go. All right, so we're gonna pop him on there. Put my lid on before I put my hand right into the ink pad because, you know, I'm talented that way. We're going to grab, this is light, and I think I used, oh yeah, I did use light and dark on this. Let me grab my other real red blend. We'll give this a quick color. So this is dark, so we're just going to put it where the folds are and the accent shading should be. Okay. And then, of course, our berries. I think that's all of them. Let me do these little guys. Yeah. And then I'm going to use dark mossy meadow. To fill in the wreath. This is like watching paint dry. And you know, I found some dad jokes the other day. And I thought when I found them, oh, I should print those off and use them when I'm coloring. Did I do it? No, of course not. So going around my berries as best I can. I'm also in the stage now where I'm wearing two different glasses. I'm wearing my old prescription to do my crafting and my new prescription for driving and distance. And I went out this morning, I came down here, I was setting everything up. Like, why can't I see? Why can't I see? Oh, let me change my glasses. Nope, that's the dark. We want the light. We did the dark already for the bow. And now we'll just, he's so cute. All right, so there's our little bow. And then I did I doubled all my blends today. I did do a little light smoky slate on his accent areas. And you know, if you get too much when you're doing something like this and you're like, oh, I didn't want it to be that even or that straight, if you will, then just take your color lifter over it and blend it out a little bit. It'll lighten the shade and take away any harsh detail line that you might have that isn't your favorite, right? The other thing I do is I do stippling a lot when I'm doing something like this. So I'm pretty guaranteed not to get a straight line. Stippling, I'm just taking the pen and I'm bouncing it up and down to fill in that area with as much detail or as little that I want. And I want to get this as still part of the wreath. Ooh, here, there we go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna die cut this guy and then we'll finish this card. I packed a lot last night, taking advantage of my husband. He can finally lift again and do steps and all that. So I was like, hey, dude. All those weeks I was doing all the lifting. Up the beginning of it. And of course he's a good guy. He die cuts for me when I have a lot going on. He did a lot of die cutting for Stamp Camp this year. Carries stuff, puts ink pads back in the rack, all that kind of things. I have yet to get a stamp in his hand though. It'll happen someday, but not yet. All right, so we're gonna pop him up on dimensionals. I know it is a pain. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you're not sick of Christmas cards yet. Awesome. And like my retina specialist is telling me to get the 20/20 lens in my eye when they remove the cataract, and my regular eye doctor is saying, no, get mid vision. I want mid vision. I want perfect distance vision. I don't have a problem putting readers on. I have a problem swapping between prescription glasses over and over and over. Okay. Then I have the cute little greenery that we're going to put down here. This is also part of the dies in the kit. And like a silly person, I did not put adhesive sheet on the back of this one. There is adhesive sheet on the back of the layer that goes on top. So let me grab my Tombow quick. And we're going to pop that one down first. Okay. Now we have its adhesive sheet on the old olive. The worst part of the adhesive sheet is getting it to come up, right? There we go. And they just layer over each other just perfectly like that. Have a little red bow to match the polar bear's bow. This came out of the same Christmas Friends. Oopsie. We're going to pop that right in the center. And we're going to add our bling, and this card will be done. And the other thing with the two pairs of glasses is no matter where I am, the other pair of glasses is somewhere else. I'm going, why can't I see? Oh, yeah, well, it's somewhere else. So again, oh, he just flew away. Basic rhinestones. Phew. What? All right, guess what? He doesn't get to play with us today. He wants to be contrary. I will move on. I will. All right, and then I think I used the same size. So I think I can get away with medium. Let's try medium. There we go. There is the cute fun fold. Just like that. All right, that's project number 2. We got one more. Doing just a little bit of housekeeping here because I'm running out of space. Never a good thing. And I don't want to lose my dies either. So I'm going to put those in my magnetic vault till I put them away. All right. Number 2. I really wanted to do 4 because I wanted to use all 4 little friendly animals, but I did not. But I needed to do the smoky, the snowy owl. Whew. Maybe I should take a nap before I drive to Gettysburg. What do you think? Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. Okay. So Mossy Meadow is our card base. Pull our insert out. And then I used the bark embossing folder to emboss our background. I wanted a little bit more red. So I just came across the center with just a plain strip of real red cardstock. And then I'm using the Iconic Imagery paper. That pack of paper is great because we can stamp with that all year long. There's images in there for all different seasons, including New Year's. And I did grab the New Year dies and stamp set that's in the last chance list last night as well. I've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and I thought, you know what? I better pull the trigger or it'll be gone. And there's our red. We almost made it the whole way through. And then these are just 2 inches by 4.5, I think. And then I use the stitched dies to get my square. I am going to run that through. I decided after the fact that I wanted to run that through the bark embossing folder. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. Yeah, like I said, I did that one 3 years ago, probably. It's still out there on YouTube. And it was very popular back then. And I hadn't done it for a while. It's not hard. Although, truth be told, I hadn't done it in so long I had to go watch my own video to remember how to do the front. It's kind of a nice thing about these videos. You can go back and look at them years later. So I just embossed it. And I embossed it so that it would be going in the right direction with me putting the square into the diamond orientation, right? Okay, let's grab our scrap paper and stamp our snowy owl. So the moose didn't make the cut. He's the only one I didn't play with for this event. This class. But he's awful cute. So I will have to do something with him before the season is over, assuming I have that kind of time. Okay, we're going to do dark real red for his hat, his Santa hat. And I know there's hash marks there, but I just wanted the nice deep red for this. So I'm not worrying about those accent marks. Love that. And then I took Wink Estella, because, you know, we love our Wink, especially at this time of the year, right? And I did the pom-pom and the fur on the hat. We're going to use some dark lemon lolly for his beak. And then all that detail, yeah, light smoky slate. I'm like, oh, that looks awful dark. So again, just kind of stippling where that goes. It does not create the harsh line. It does a nice fill job. This is also a technique you can use if you stamped a solid image and it doesn't come out completely, like you get a lighter shaded spot or you get a blank spot, God forbid. You can stipple the color in there to fill it. But I think it gives it a softer appearance. And I think it's perfect for feathers like that. And then I should have the dark. We're going to do the wings. Now this I'm just going to color the wings. There and over here. With the dark smoky slate. And then I also used the light, where I put that away, to do the inside of the tail feathers. And that I just colored. So there he is. He colors up pretty quickly. One more die cut. I'll run him through quick and we'll finish this part. You can hear my chair wheeling around. Okay, so I don't know if it's my eyes or if it's the stamp and the die, but see how I got a wider border on that side than I did this side? Here's the beauty of mounting to white. Gone. You can't really see that wider border when you pop him on there. So if you ever do that and you're like, oh, I don't want to try to trim it and I don't want to redo it, just change your design to layer it onto a piece of white. And it's very forgiving that way. We're going to put some dimensionals on here. And even though I have found my dimensional backing capture piece, I'm still throwing them on my table, which means they're going to land on my floor at some point. There is our piece. And I even added a little bit more dimension and popped him up as well. And it's good this is our last card because I'm down to my edges. Oh yes, we use our edges. You like the moose more than the owl? I think the owl's pretty cute too, but the moose is adorable. All right, there is our layer. Let's see if I have enough left in the other one so I don't have to take time to swap. Be careful. Remember short strokes when you have embossed your cardstock so that the seal doesn't grab a hold of it and tear it. Okay. Now let's find my rhinestones, which I literally just had here a minute ago. There they are. And we're going to grab the dark real red blend. And we're going to color, oops, not with the brush tip. I never use the brush tip for this. I always do the bullet tip. I secure that brush tip pretty safely because when I need to get into a tiny, tiny little space, I want that brush tip to be as sharp and pristine as it possibly can be. Let's grab my take your pick tool. That might work so much better. And we're going to pop these right in the corners of the diamond shape. There we go. And then I should have a little strip of white. And we'll grab the real red ink. And happy holidays stamp. This is really far away from me, so we'll see how we do. Pretty good. We'll take it. And a couple more dimensionals. I have 2 left. That will work. There we go. Now I have edges. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. That real red ink smeared. And we'll just lightly put that on there for the effect. On the inside, I'm gonna use the greeting. I'll be thinking of you this season. That's so cute. Move you up. Nope. I have to bring it down. I can't stamp that far away. Still going a little bit downhill, but it will be fine. And then another little strip of paper that was left over from my cutting adds the accent on the inside as well. Yeah, that's way down. Okay, I'll be ripping that card apart later and fixing it. But there you get to see the full completion. And let's go ahead and grab our other 2 and bring in. We'll get the bad one out of the way. And there are our 3 Christmas Friends cards that we did today. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. All right, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Judy Dawson, you were the winner. So if you are watching the replay, please reach out to me with your address so I can mail those cards that we did last time together. Don't forget to check out the last chance list or last chance section of our website. And you can find that under specials when you go into my online store. And those new kits that launched are out there for you as well. Have a great week, guys. I'm going to be having fun in Gettysburg, but I do plan to be back Sunday night at 8 over on my Facebook page. So be sure to come hang out with us there. I have no idea what we're doing yet, but I'll figure it out this week. Take care, everyone, and be safe. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.